Hey you, welcome back to my channel, Cypress and Fern. My name is Cypress, and today is a very special day because it is huckleberry season. It's the end of July. I had to count out in my head. It's the end of July. Huckleberry season starts like mid-July, and it keeps going through June. No, through August. I'm smart, I swear. It keeps going through August. So, July, August, maybe September, but usually not. But yeah, they're kind of like a blueberry mixed with a pine nut and small, like Dippin' Dot sized. So I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna get some. I already got a couple, and hopefully I get a lot more. What they look like, let me show you. They have these alternating spearhead shaped leaves, and I like this. Yeah, so it's like one leaf every other one, and it switches, and they're like spear shaped, and the stem is red, and they're like glossy on top and matte at the bottom. I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell. I might get a better video. So like shiny on the top and matte on the bottom, and they have these beautiful bunches of berries. Check it out. Not in focus. Yeah. Still not in focus. Yeah. There it is. And they're so good. So I'm going to see how many I get. I have a friend or two coming to meet me, so I'll have a little party over here. But you could find them yourself. They're in the Bay Area, usually on the coast. If there's a slope, and there's a lot of these pine trees. If you see a lot of pine trees like this, that's a good sign. But anywhere that there's a slope like this, it kind of slopes up, and there's all these little shrubs. You're looking for the little shrubs, and somewhere that gets a lot of mist and like sea fog. And then there's a good bet that you'll find some. I found them in Monterey, Santa Cruz, and Big Sur. So all that area, you could find some along the coast, in the hilly area. But yeah, wish me luck. I'll keep you up to date. Okay, I found a very good huckleberry example. So, I mean, always do your own research, obviously, but here's how I ID huckleberries. I know I already mentioned it, but they look kind of like a blueberry, and they have these leaves that are like shiny on the top, and this really shows it, and matte on the bottom. If I could highlight it. Yeah. So they're like not shiny here. And they grow in bunches. You can see the bunch right there. All along the stem. And the berries themselves, let me see if I could show you, have a little, this is tricky. They have a little star-shaped flower, a 5-point flower, where the I'll try and get a better video. It has a little 5-point. You could kind of see it. Yeah, you could kind of see it. And they're really good. I think I'm gonna do another wine, obviously, and maybe some scones and some cookies and some pancakes. I'm pretty excited. But yeah, out here in the berry picking hat today. My friend said I need to get sun protection so I don't get skin cancer. So shout out her. Thank you, friend. Big hat to cover my big nose. Yeah, no skin cancer over here. Let's go. I found an example of what the huckleberry flower looks like. So I'll show you that right now. There are these cute little bells that hang down, and they're like white or pinkish. This is different than huckleberries you might have seen. Usually the popular huckleberries are the mountain huckleberries, the technically a thin leaf huckleberry, and they get a lot bigger and they grow in the mountains like Montana, Idaho, Colorado area-ish. Probably a lot bigger range than that, but that's where I've seen them. But here is an evergreen huckleberry, which is a little smaller, and it tastes the same, but a little stronger, I think. So it has a little better flavor, in my opinion. And they're a lot closer to me than the thin leaf huckleberry. So I'm making do. But yeah, it's so beautiful out here. It's just incredible, and there's a nice breeze. I missed being at the beach. I can see the water from here. It's pretty incredible. I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but I'll try. I have found myself in a bush. But there's good huckleberries over here, so it's worth it. Also, my fingers are getting like all red from all the berry juice. That's a good thing. That means I'm getting a bunch. But check this out. There's just so many huckleberries on that one. I had a tip. Yes, once you do ID a huckleberry bush, sometimes there aren't as obvious as this. So you do kind of just have to like ruffle the branches a little bit. Because like here, it doesn't really, I don't know if you could see that. It doesn't really look like there's much here, but if you lift up the branches, there they are. I don't know if I got that on video, but yeah, lift up the branches. Oh, and also, don't over-harvest the plants, obviously. Leave some for the birds, but the birds won't get the ones like deep inside usually. They usually get the ones on the outside that you can see. So if you're like ruffling up the bush, I think it's okay to take those ones. But leave some for the birds, leave some for other people. That way people could find your treasure too and you could share it. I had one more thing and I do not remember. Oh, it is kind of tedious picking all the berries by hand. And some people will get like berry combs, I've seen. And those look really nice, but it picks all the berries on the bush. And the berries don't all ripen at the same time. So if you use a comb like that, it's kind of inconsiderate and rude to other people and to the bush, because it gets everything, even the flowers and the unripe berries, versus by hand, you only get the ripe ones. And also another reason not to use a comb is because it makes it harder for yourself in the cleaning process, because you have to pick out all the unripe berries and sticks and things. So I would recommend just doing it by hand. It's fun. It is a little tedious, but I quite enjoy it. Therapeutic even. Yeah. Back to the car for lunchtime. It's lunchtime. Oh yeah, I love lunchtime. I got a burrito. I'm pretty hyped. It's carne asada and some beans and rice and some salsa and guac, and I'm so excited. I don't usually go out to eat. I usually like to make my own food, but I'm outside. It's a vacation kind of weekend. Yeah. I just saw a guy, and I don't know why, but for some reason he reminded me of Wizard of Oz. And I haven't seen the movie Wizard of Oz in like years. Like, I don't know, maybe decades? I don't know, but he really reminded me of Wizard of Oz. It just popped in my head when I saw him. So, if you're that guy, that old guy seeing this, comment down below. Found a coffeeberry. This one almost looks like it could be a huckleberry because it's a blackberry and it's got red stems and it's in the same area, but it is not. You can eat them, but they're kind of bitter, so there's no harm in it. But this is what they look like. They're just like a little it's so bitter, but they got 2 little seeds inside. It's so bitter. But yeah, watch out for these guys. You could eat them. They're just not pleasant to me. One of my friends likes them, but he's crazy, I think. Ugh. This is so gross.
Mmm. Just keep going. Sure.
Well, the sun is going down. I've had a successful day picking berries. I'm going to head out and get some dinner and probably come back tomorrow, but check out the bounty. I got so many. Maybe I don't need to come back tomorrow, but I got a feast right here. They're so yummy. Yeah, my friend helped me out and pick some berries with me, so that's really nice. And we taught the dog how to forage huckleberries. So she got really excited and was like picking berries on her own and sniffing like crazy. It's kind of fun, but good stuff. I made it back to my kitchen all right. I unfortunately did not have time to go back and get more huckleberries if I wanted to get ready for work tomorrow and get them all prepped. So I decided to make the difficult decision to forego picking more berries in order to get home for work tomorrow. A very hard decision. But check out the bounty. There's so many, and they're so good, and they're beautiful, and I have like an incredible amount of berries. It's just like, check it out. I spilled some. I was trying to be dramatic and I spilled some. I spilled two. But I think the plan, they're all washed. I forgot to record it, but to wash them, you just submerge them in water, and the ones that float are bad, so you just scoop off the bad ones and get rid of the bad ones, and that gets all like the leaves too. Leaves and sticks and stuff will just all float to the top. You can just scoop them off. But what I think I'm gonna do is make a pie. I'm pretty darn excited. So this video will be a double feature, and I'm going to make pie crust and whip it up together, put it in the fridge, and bake it tomorrow morning for breakfast. So, pretty darn excited. Let's get going with it. First, I'm going to mix the pie crust. I'm doing olive oil, flour, salt, and water. And I'll mix it all together and knead it up, fit it to the pan. And with the berries, all I do for the filling is I cook down the berries until it's about half volume and it coats the back of the spoon. So I'll show you a video on how I do that, and I'm very excited to get this going. So let's get cooking. The speedrun edition. I always just do berries because I like the stronger berry flavor, so I don't add any sugar, and I don't add anything else to thicken it really, but I do add a little bit of water to help it simmer down when it starts, and then I'll start to mash it, and I'll press it down until it breaks down all the berries. Once it's gotten to half volume, if it is still pretty runny, what I do as a last resort is add chia seeds, and that helps preserve the flavor but also thicken it up to fill the pie without getting runny. So I'm going to get that cooked down, and I'll keep you updated on that. Pretty exciting. So I just finished the pie crust. I did it in like 10 minutes, I think. Maybe 12. But it turned out not too bad for speed running. Check out that. Yeah. If I cared about making it prettier, and if I had more time, which if I had more time I would care about making it prettier, it would look prettier, I promise. But I just want to have pie for breakfast so badly, and it is almost my bedtime. So while the berries are cooking over here, I am doing the pie crust. So you could do it too. It's not too hard. It just takes a little bit. I'll post the recipe in the description for you to try it and let me know how it goes, because I want to hear about your adventures over there too, so let me know. But pie crust is done. It's going in the fridge while the berries are finishing. I'm gonna clean up everything real quick, and once it's ready I will keep you updated and get it ready to bake in the morning. I'm so excited. Pie for breakfast. The longest thing is honestly waiting for the berries to cook down. I made the crust and cleaned up and did dishes and put a bunch of stuff away, and the berries are still cooking down. So it's really not that hard. It's just kind of waiting for them to cook down. And you could also do the same thing to make jam. Jam you could make with literally just one ingredient, and that's fruit, plus a little bit of water to help it start to cook down. And you just cook it down all the way until it gets thick. And that's how you can make jam. You don't even have to add sugar. You could add sugar if you want, but I don't like adding sugar to things if I don't have to. But it's still cooking over there. I think it's getting kind of late, so I'm not even going to wait for it to cool and put it in the pie crust. I'm going to put it in the same pot it's in right now, on a hot pad in the fridge, covered, and let it cool overnight, and then in the morning I'll put it in the pan and then bake it. So I'm almost done, but I'm gonna let this finish and get ready for bed. It's bedtime over here, so see you in the morning.